Hey everybody, it is time for your favorite thing in the world. We are going to do some math. Do you like math? If you said yes, high five. If you said no, it's okay. Maybe you will like math after this video. So, I don't know if you knew this, but the long word for math is mathematics, which sounds long and confusing and hard. But today we are not going to do mathematics. Instead, we are going to do mathemagic. So basically, we're going to be doing a magic trick with math. So, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper, unless you want to do all the math in your head, but a pencil and a piece of paper will help you. So if you need to, pause the video and go get a pencil and a piece of paper and maybe an eraser. Alright, the first thing you need to do is pick a number. You can write it down or just keep it in your head, but remember that number. Any number will work. If you pick a really big number, then this might get a little hard. If you pick a really small number, then it'll be easier. What we are going to do is, once you pick your number, I will do 1, 2, 3, 4 different things to your number, and then I will be able to guess what number you will have after we do all 4 things. Magic. So, you have your number, right? Okay, step number 2 is you have to double your number or multiply by 2. So, if your number is 13, 13 times 2 is, good, 26. If that's a little hard for you, you can just do 13 plus 13, and that will also give you 26. You can multiply by 2 or add the number 2 times. So now in step 2, you have a brand new number, hopefully on a piece of paper. Step 3 is whatever number you have in step 2, you will now add 10, okay? So if your number in step 2 was 73, if you had 73 in step 2, you will take 73 plus 10, and now your number is, 83, okay? Whatever this number was, add 10, and you will have a new number for step 3, okay? 2 more steps, and then it's time for magic. So, take your number from step 3. Whatever number you have in step 3, you have already doubled the number and added 10. This number right here, you have to take half of it, okay? That's probably the hardest step. Take half or divide by 2. So if your number was 100, you take half of 100 or divide by 2, and your new number is, good, 50. If your number here was 36, you have to take half of 36, which is 18. Very good, okay? Whatever your number from part 3 is, take half here, divide by 2. So, just to review so far, the first thing we did was we picked a number. After we picked our number, you doubled it or multiplied by 2. After you multiplied by 2, you took that number and you added 10. After you added 10, you took this number and you divided it by 2. You took half of it. So now, in number 4, you have a new number. The last step. Whatever this number is from number 4. For example, if your number here was 20, in step number 4, whatever this number is, you have to take this number from step 4 and then subtract whatever your first number was, okay? So take your number from step 4, mine was 20, subtract whatever your first number was, whatever that was, maybe it was 15, and you will get a new number, okay? Here, we're almost ready for the magic, okay? I'm gonna review all the things, just so that you make sure you did not make any mistakes. Pick a number, multiply by 2, add 10, take half of it, or divide by 2, and then whatever number you have in step 4, take this number and subtract your first number. Are you ready for the magic? I promise you that your number is, the number you have at the very end after the 4 steps is 5. Magic. So, if you don't think it's really magic, you can go back to the beginning of the video and do it again. and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. As many times as you want, you will always get the number 5. Magic. All right, now it is time for a couple questions. Question number 1. Do you think this will work for every number? That's a pretty hard question because there's a lot of numbers. There are so many numbers that you can try. If you're not really sure, I want you to pause the video right now and try maybe 3 or 4 different numbers and see if it works, okay? If you forget what to do, you can always look back at the screen. You can pause it right here, or you can just rewind in the video. So question 1, do you think it works for every number? Write down your answer on a piece of paper. Question number 2, if you said yes, it works for every single number, why do you think it works? Try your best to explain why do you think it works for every single number. And you can't just say because magic. That is not a good reason. If you said no for number 1, try to give me an example of a number where it does not work. Okay, so just write down the math and say it does not work for every number because look here, it does not work. Yes or no? And write that down. And you can stop here and give that to your teacher. Take a picture and give it to your teacher. Or if you want a challenge, I have some more things for you to think about. The challenge question number 1. Will this magic trick work for negative numbers like -4, -1003, or -9? Will it work? I'm not sure. Challenge question number 2. Does it work for fractions or decimals? This is going to be pretty tricky. Will it work for 1/2? Will it work for 10/3, 1.5, 9.9? And if you're really feeling ambitious or like you want to challenge yourself even more, you can put these 2 challenge questions together. Does it work for negative fractions? So if I just put a negative right here, will it work for -1/2? Wow! So many questions, so much time. You're chilling at home all day long. Might as well think about some math magic and have some fun. Good job. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you find out, and I'll see you later. High five.